Animal rights is the idea that the most basic interests of animals should be afforded the same consideration as similar interests of human beings. I do believe in having pets, and I do go fishing every once in a while, but I do not think animals should be abused, killed for clothing, or used for testing. There are many reasons animals should have the same rights as humans. Among them are, animals can do jobs that humans cannot do. They provide companionship for people of all ages, and there are organizations, such as PETA, that can always help out. There are animals that can do jobs that people are not capable of. Dogs serve many different purposes on police forces all over the world. There are public order enforcement dogs that are used to enforce public order by chasing and holding suspects or detaining suspects by threat of being released. Not many humans can outrun a dog, so having them serve on police forces is a very good asset to the community. There are also tracking dogs used in police departments used to locate suspects and find missing persons or objects. There aren't many people who can do that. Canines also service some people as guide dogs. Guide dogs are assistant dogs trained to lead the blind or vision impaired around obstacles. In several countries, guide dogs, along with most service and hearing dogs, are exempt from regulations against the presence of animals in public places such as restaurants or public transportation. Early on, trainers began to recognize which breed produced dogs most appropriate for guide work, like Golden Retrievers, Labradors, and German Shepherds. There is also a type of bird used for carrying messages called the homing pigeon. The homing pigeon is a variety of domesticated rock pigeon that has been selectively bred to be able to find its way home over extremely long distances. Homing pigeons are also called carrier pigeons when they are used for carrying messages. They are used in release dove ceremonies at weddings, funerals, and some sporting events. All types of animals also provide companionship for people of all ages. For example, animals can help elderly people stay happy and healthy. A parakeet named Billy can do some amazing things, but his most amazing trick so far has been revitalizing his formerly lonely and depressed elderly owner. Billy's story was just one of many anecdotes Dr. William Thomas shared about how regular contact with animals improves the well-being of elderly, particularly those living in long-term care facilities. Animals can help teach children in the classroom as well as being a good friend. The Kind News is an award-winning classroom newspaper that emphasizes concepts like compassion, respect, and responsibility. When you have a pet you care for and love for, you learn all of those things. Programs like these teach children simple, everyday ways to show kindness to people, animals, and the environment. Animal organizations such as PETA are always doing things for animals and animal rights. PETA believes animals should have the right to equal consideration of their interests. PETA stands for People for Ethical Treatment of Animals. This organization has many people who agree with their beliefs and opinions. In his book, Animal Liberation, Peter Singer states that the basic principle of equality does not require equal or identical treatment, it requires equal consideration. The American Society for Prevention of Cruelty to Animals, or the ASPCA, helps stop cruelty to animals as well as care for animals who have already been abused. People know that animals cannot speak for themselves, so they take the initiative to help them out and make sure they are taken care of and not suffering from animal abuse. I think the ASPCA is a wonderful organization and they are doing a wonderful job in taking care of being animals and animals that have already been abused. There are many more reasons people should help animals out and agree with animal rights. When a creature can endure the same pain as a human being, but cannot take up for themselves, it is our job to speak for them and make sure they are not harmed. Whether it's a little kitten or a large horse, we have to help make sure they are taken care of properly and not harmed in any way.